Hello everyone, today I want to give you a short talk on strategy. Number one, first the speaker hope they enjoy that evening talk by author Martin Howard. Next, she reminded that Mr. Howard would be interviewed on radio station PVT the following day evening at 7:30. If they would like to hear more or copy of Mr. Howard's book, she had some available for sale up front. Finally, she announced Mr. Howard would remain there for short while to sign books and answer the questions. Number two, first the speaker suggested getting out the audience winter coat and scrap because this morning rain would turn to snow by early afternoon. Next, she announced they could expect 3-4 inches of snow before it takes off that evening. After that, she reminded carefully on the drive home from work and prepare for possible traffic delays. Finally, she announced the day after would be cold and windy and would likely be very icy. Number three, first the speaker thanked for calling and she suggested listening carefully to the following menu because it might be changing the last time they call. Next, he reminded that for telephone prepare press 1, for billing inquiry press 2, to ordering new telephone line press 3, to speak with customer service representative stay on the line. Finally, he announced orders to return to the man press the pound key. Number 4. The speaker thanked the audience for calling John's bookstore where the books they want to read were sold at low price they would enjoy. Next, she supposed it easy to find and she saw the bookstore was located in hall of the downtown shopping district at 565 Henry Street near the Concert Avenue and just across from Central Park, 1 block from the Henry Street subway station. Finally, she suggested coming on town and she was waiting for them. Number 5. First, the speaker said hello and introduced herself. Then she announced his plane arrived in the airport at 4 the following day. Next, she said she was properly just want to go straight to the hotel, so she just took a taxi and meet him there at 7 because that would give her the chance to rest a bit. After that, she announced she had made dinner reservation for 2 other Korean restaurants. Number 6. First, the speaker announced a tour bus accident on Route 10 early today caused the traffic delay during the morning rush hour. Next, she reminded it also resolved interruptions the normal bus schedule Central Station. Finally, she explained that the bus hit a tree as it was going around and which few with vacationers returning from beach. Several passengers were hospitalized with the minor injury. Number 7. First, the speaker announced they had a room for passengers on the second for 2 nights and passenger request. Next, she gave him the key. After that, she announced after he unlocked his car, he could park it in the lot on the side of the building and she could get someone help him to take his luggage upstairs if he feel like. Finally, she said the man could be pay check or with the credit card. Number 8. The speaker said that saving money was easier than customers thought. Next, she reminded the first step was stopping borrowing money because every time customers use their credit card, they were borrowing money and very high interest rate. The more money customer borrow, the more interest they would to have paid. That means they would have less money to save. Finally, she said through their credit card today, and they would be on the to saving money. Number 9. The speaker said to the customer that according to the meter, the fare was $8 and $1 surcharge because he picked the customer up at the airport, so you only $9 total. Finally, he asked to pay small bills because he was running out of change. Number 10. The speaker thanked people for calling the city bus hotline. Next, he suggested writing to explain their point and departed their destination and the day and the time they plan to travel if they were calling the schedule and route. After that, she said stay on the line and operator will assist them shortly. Finally, she said if they would like to receive free map and city bus route, just let the operator know will be sent them today. Number 11. First, the speaker said today they were showing the thrilling action drama Lost in this storm. They had shown today at 1:25 and 7:30 p.m. Next, she announced all show before 5 o'clock. Her half-price, cold drinks, hot coupon, and other snacks are available on sale. In the lobby, finally, she asked don't bring outside food into the theater. Number 12. First, the speaker announced the president met that morning with head advisor. Then he met speech of Nation Teacher Union. Next, he gave his quickly press conference during which he outlined his plan for the economy. Finally, he would leave this evening for a tour of the West Coast, where he would view area damaged by the recent storms. Number 13. First, the speaker announced the numbers of customers has called this no longer in service and suggested hanging up and check their telephone directory. Make sure they had dialed the correct number. Finally, she suggested calling the operator if they need further assistance or if they want to order the current telephone directory. Hang up and call 656-4900 Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. Number 14. The speaker announced the museum would be closed in 15 minutes, so she suggested retrieving all badge and coats from the cold chest room now. Next, he said that would be reopened morning following day at 9 a.m. So he suggested not forgetting to pick up special exhibit schedule on their way out. Finally, he hoped the customer enjoy to visit today and want to return to see their exhibit again soon. Number 17. The speaker thanked for attending today's workshop. Next, he honors together with him Professor Marcion Thorpe, chairperson of the Political Science Department at Nation University. Finally, she said Professor Thorpe, an expert in electrical politics and author of several books on the subject, would lead the discussion of the current political climate and the implications of upcoming election. Number 19. First, the speaker announced traffic on Harbour Bridge was packed up at that morning due to an accident and a side route condition was reserving from the night before snowstorm caused a bus to hit the truck. Next, she said the icy roads were effective the traffic all over area. After that, C1 cars were moving slowly on most major roads into the city and buses were running behind schedule. Finally, she reminded allow yourself extra time for getting to work this morning and be careful out there. The last number. First, the speaker announced customers were asked not to park in the lot next door. That lot belonged to Chow Restaurant. Next, He said that their car will be towed if they park there. After that, if street parking was not available, they could parking the lot behind the ABC supermarket. Finally, he suggested leaving their area right from toll free for delivery vehicles. Thank you for listening and goodbye.